If you're running an in-home program or a childcare center and that you're having a hard time trying to figure out what to post about every single day on your social media platforms, this is the episode for you. My name is Christina Rizakos. Welcome back to another podcast episode where I am going to share with you something that you can take action on as soon as you're done listening or watching to this episode to help you feel better about posting and the content that you're creating, but more importantly, to help you feel much more consistent when you're using social media to actually help you grow your online visibility and hopefully enroll more kids in your program. Okay. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to share with you a very simple calendar that I share with some of my clients that have a hard time coming up with something to post about every single day. So I want to first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about why is it important. First of all, do you need to post every day on social media? And if yes, what should you post about? And how many times do you post a day, right? So social media, it's very important for you to understand that if you are not investing in paid traffic, so Facebook and Instagram ads, then you have to invest your time showing up on social media and sharing about your program. So the reach when it comes to your business page, right? So your daycares or your home daycare's business page, it's very low. It doesn't reach a lot of people. So let's say 100 people follow me and I post once in a while. About 5% of those people that follow me actually see my post. That's not a lot, okay? So if you don't have the ad budget to be spending, let's say, $5 a day in Facebook ads, where Facebook is actually going to take your post and send it to people and show it to them daily without you actively having to be on social media. If you don't have the budget to do that, then you need to be realistic in terms of your goals, in terms of how you're going to use this to, best serve your business, right? So I am all about popping in, typing up something, posting, and then leaving. Like, I'm not someone that's going to scroll on social media for hours on end, okay, and get distracted. And unfortunately, this is the downside of these platforms, is that a lot of people, if they don't have the right focus and the right intention, you can find it really, really difficult to kind of go in, post, and then leave, right? A lot of people kind of get carried away, start commenting, or start scrolling and watching and reading other things, watching videos. And I don't want that to be you. So this video is really going to help you stay on top of your social media content. And I'm going to share some ideas, some pillars that you can work through. And then I'm actually going to show you what we create inside our school community and what that looks like. Okay. So when I'm working with clients one-on-one, it's very important that you understand what your pillars are. So what are the foundational pieces behind your business, right? So for example, if I was running a Christian-based bilingual Montessori program, okay, I would be posting obviously about Christian stuff, right? So I would share scripture and inspiration. I would talk a little bit about our philosophy and how we approach different things with a biblical perspective. I would talk about Montessori and why it's different from a regular preschool. I would share what types of activities or what the centers look like and the material that we're using, what the activities look like, really, and just talk about the benefits, right? I would make it a point to educate families that are kind of on the fence about Montessori, right? And I would educate them on the philosophy and the approach and what it looks like. I would record a lot of videos and reels and share what the kids are doing. And also, if I was a bilingual program, I would create content around that, right? About the different languages and the benefits that can bring in a child's life when they start learning a brand new language very early. Okay, so those are, for example, these are just an example. But for you, it can be you're more nature-based. You're open longer hours. You have a lot of specialists that come in and do fun things with the kids. You offer organic or vegan meals, right? You have a specific educational curriculum that you created that tackles, A, B, C, or D, right? And you just talk about those things. Okay. So this is going to look different for you depending on what type of business you have and what type of home daycare you have. But overall, find 3 or 4 things that make your program different, special, unique. And then those are your pillars, right? You want to have a day where you're sharing reviews and testimonials. And you also want to make sure that you're adding in some engaging content as well, engaging posts. Okay. So the next thing I want to share with you is if you go in Canva, you can actually use one of their, very simple templates for calendars. And you can actually type this up so you can have it, somewhere in your office or next to your laptop. So every time you're thinking about posting, so let's say it's Monday and you're just kind of, you had a rough weekend and you're not really in the mood, you can think to yourself, okay, well, what am I posting about this Monday? And let's say it's a motivation. They'd say it's something you want to start off the week with, something inspirational, for example. Then you can post about that, right? I like having theme days, as you can see here. So Monday, motivational. It could be a quote. It could be something that happened that kind of inspired you. It could be something that the kids said that really made you feel good about working with young children, like you're actually making a difference, right? Something that's going to motivate people that are following you and new people that land on your business page to kind of get motivated and inspired, okay? And you're always creating like a call to action at the end where you're encouraging them to visit or to call for more information. Tuesday, for the theme, I put business related because obviously we want to be able to sprinkle in a little bit of everything, right? We're not going to be only selling our services. We want to make sure that we're engaging, entertaining, adding value, and obviously having people to raise up their hand if they're interested to visit or to book a visit or to call or to send you a DM or whatever that call to action is for you. So I like to have a business related day where I am encouraging those that read my post to take some type of action. So again, whether that's visiting your website or whether that's calling you directly or sending you a message over on WhatsApp, whatever that call to action is for you, it has to be crystal clear, okay? In the PM on Tuesday, I would post an engagement question. So this is fun because these platforms thrive on engagement. They want their users to stay on the platform and to have the best experience possible. So in the morning, let's say it's a business related day. In the morning, I would post about my business. And then in the afternoon, I can just ask a question to moms and dads that are following me and just get them to answer just to keep my platform in the feed, okay? Wednesday, I like having the theme of a review or testimonial. And, before you kind of panic and say, well, I don't have reviews or nobody's left me a testimonial, this does not have to be super difficult. It can be something that a parent shared with you as they dropped off their child. Something like, oh, little Johnny was so excited to come to daycare today. That could be your review of the day. It can be you asking, moms and dads what the best part is about your daycare. Like, what do they love the most about it? And keeping those on file and then just sharing one of those reasons with an image in the background, right? It does not have to be this difficult. Yes, if you have, amazing reviews, someone went on your Yelp or your Google My Business account or even on your social media pages and they left you amazing reviews, I want you to cut them out and then put and paste them in your post and then share about that. But if you don't have that, again, think about those little opportunities that you have throughout the day to get that review out and what the parents are communicating back to you and use that as a review, okay? In the PM, I would post a video of the kids doing something fun. So let's say you have a fun activity, a science activity planned out. And again, educating them on what you're doing and why it's important and what the benefits are, right? Thursday, I like having a curriculum-based day. So again, going back to education, what you did, what was the purpose behind it, what types of skills you worked on, and always leaving a call to action for the parent that's reading to take an action. So again, visit my website for more information, sign up to our newsletter, RSVP to our next open house, whatever that is, okay? And Friday, usually, because people kind of check off, log off in the weekends and not really on social media scrolling. I want to keep it fun, light, so you can think about what you did in the week and do like a review of the week. Or you can post like a funny meme or a funny joke that the kid said and just allow people to kind of feel good as they're heading off to the weekend, okay? So this is just an example of what I share with clients that are having a hard time coming up with things to post about and, how to put it together and, making sure that they're not posting too much of, enroll now type of content. And I find this works really well just because it's a good blend of a lot of things. So it's not just enroll now type of content. It's engaging. It's educational, right? It has that educational piece. It encourages moms and dads to be engaging and to answer back and to kind of have that conversation, even if it's on the screen, like on social media, right? And it really just positions you as someone that knows what they're doing, because you're not just posting random things. There's a strategy behind what you're posting, and it kind of builds trust, right? So when someone follows you and they watch your videos, and you go live and they ask you a question, and then they read about your more value-based posts or curriculum-based posts, and they see that you really love what you're doing and you know what you're talking about, and on top of that you're adding weekly reviews or testimonials, then that is a recipe for someone to kind of get to know you faster, to have that confidence they need to take the next step. Social media, you guys, is a lot of building that trust with your community around you and getting them to the point that they feel confident enough calling you or going on your website or signing up or enrolling. It really is just that. And again, if you don't have the ad budget to be spending on ads, you really have to get comfortable with posting daily, maybe twice a day, and sharing the behind the scenes looks, but also reviews, like I mentioned, value-based posts, and really just taking your time every time you're clicking post, that it's not something random, that it's something that's actually going to position you as someone that is a go-to, like an expert in your field. Okay. I just want to show you what that looks like real quickly inside our school community. So for those of you that are having a hard time with social media posts, I just want to show you what we do in our community. So every single month, we create a complete content strategy for our members, right? So this is just a preview of the January 2025. There is a graphic or a reel that we repurpose that goes out every single day. And when I say goes out, I mean we text it to our members in our chat. So they can just download and upload this on their platforms, or they can just open up the Canva link and edit, and then go out and put their own branding to it. But again, it's a lot of different types of content. So yes, there's the engaging content, but there's also like educational stuff. We talk a little bit about kindness and self-development, emotionally developing the kids. We talk about story time. There are posts where I encourage those viewers to, take the next step and to enroll, right? So business related content, but a lot of it is teaching and educating, and again, repurposing reels that work great to get their reach higher, right, on their platforms, and giving tips and things that parents want to learn about, right? So for example, in January, we have how to boost your child's self-confidence, right? And I gave some tips right here. And the other thing that this comes with, which is, I think, great, is it comes with the captions. So it's not just, posting about the graphic itself. Let me see if you guys can see that. Let me just share what the captions look like as well, because I want you guys to see that it's not just about a graphic or a flyer like a lot of you say. It really is more. There has to be more thought behind it. Okay, so these are the captions that go out along with the creative, right? Along with the graphic or the video, right? So as you can see, every single day we're posting different things, and there's a strategy behind everything. So we're educating about the importance of early education. Then we talk about play. And then we talk about kids' potential and how to boost their independence. There's some inspirational quotes, and things on social skills. Again, repurposing viral TikToks to really help their platforms reach more people. But it really is a lot of educating and really just positioning our members as someone that knows what they're doing. It's not just about enroll now, enroll now, enroll now. Like, so here we're talking about sensory play. Here we're talking about fostering a safe environment, a positive environment. We're talking about gross motor skills and why they're important. Short, simple, but they really make a difference when someone is scrolling on social instead of just seeing the same flyer they've seen forever. Because no one's going to stop and kind of look through your flyer. They just won't. But if you're consistent with your educational content, you're sharing reviews, testimonials, but you're also making it a point to educate families about early learning and why it's so important, and how your daycare really fosters that really sticks with families, and they know exactly who to call the next time someone asks them about daycare, or if they themselves need childcare in the near future. Okay, so if you're having a hard time with social media, if you don't know how to kind of put these posts together, and you love for someone to kind of create it and just send it to you every single morning, that's exactly what we do inside our school community. That and a lot more other things. So if you want to check that out, the links are somewhere around this video in the description of this video. Make sure you click on that and you check that out. I would love it if you subscribe to the channel and if you share it with somebody else who's having a hard time with social media content and, you know, who's running a daycare, obviously. And I would also love it if you click the notification button so that you get notified every single week when I drop a brand new marketing video on this platform. Have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you guys again next